Good day, everyone. Welcome to this edition of Fayette Focus. Harry Wright with you today. My guest from the Fayette County Historical Society, Bev Mullen. How are you?
Everybody, I'm good today, and you?
I'm doing wonderful. Of course, now off season for the museum, but things still going on.
Oh, there are always things. I've always told you this, Mr. Wright. There are always things happening at the museum, whether we're open or closed. We just had a very successful business after hours. There were more people there than anybody expected it was. And if you all missed it, you missed it.
And what was funny was while we were there were people that have been to the museum before, said they have, and then turned and goes, "Oh, I didn't know that was there."
Yeah. It's not that we're into moving things around so you don't know. It's just that if you don't come frequently enough, that doesn't mean every week or every month, but if you don't come frequently enough, you don't see where the new things are being parked, and so you just sort of glance over them as you walk through. But we had a very good business after hours. We're very thankful to everybody who helped with that.
The food was fantastic.
I didn't have anything to do with the food.
I know you probably didn't, but I did. I ate it.
Well, there you go.
That was my input.
It was just a lot of fun, and we know that we touched a lot of people that night, so that made us very happy. Now we have other dates coming up that are very, very important. The first one is the annual meeting, which will be Friday is that November?
Yes.
Friday the 8th, I believe. Let me check my notes, because there's too many things to tell you. Thursday the 8th.
Yeah, Friday's the 9th.
Yes.
Saturday's 10th. That's
I
how it
do
works.
apologize, ladies and gentlemen. You know I'm more organized than this.
She just had her dates wrong, is what it was. She couldn't see David's little tiny writing on the
Thursday,
can.
November 8th.
That's the meeting.
Is the annual meeting. Now, why am I telling you that? Well, first of all, I tell you that every year. But secondly, this year we're having a gentleman, let me check my notes again, get his name correctly. His name is Eric Olson. And he digitally recorded all of our Indian artifacts. That means the arrowheads, the hammers, the hatchets. Excuse me. He digitally recorded all of this stuff. He's coming to our meeting. He's going to speak. He's going to tell you, when you all show up, how it worked, how he did it. And he is offering this, that if any of you have collections, private collections of arrowheads or Indian artifacts, tools, you may bring them with you or bring some of them with you, and he will sit and chat with you about them. He is really quite the expert in his field, not just the digital stuff, but in the artifact world. He's really quite the expert. So I'm looking very forward to hearing what he has to say and to seeing how it works, because I can't quite picture how you put an arrowhead here and this thing goes around it 360 degrees, and now we've got a digital record of that artifact. I just think it's fascinating. So.
Now, you mentioned the meeting. What else goes on at this meeting?
Well, it's just like our normal monthly meeting. It's at St. Coleman's, by the way. St. Coleman's in the community room. But we'll have the annual. Yes, it is the annual meeting. We'll have a short business meeting, and then the speaker, Mr. Olson will speak. And what we're going to do is just go through our normal monthly agenda and let the membership and the guests who show up know what it is we've been doing the last year. We think that's important. If nobody checks in on us, heaven knows we could have sold the place. So we like when people come and check in on us. And you don't have to be a member to attend. You simply have to care about the history of Fayette County.
And that is exactly where you will find the history of Fayette County, folks. It's at the Fayette County Museum. Historical records, pictures, photographs, stories, furniture, wall coverings. I mean, just everything at this museum is the history of us, the people who are from here in Fayette County. Now,
the people who helped build Fayette County so that we could be here.
Well, yes, the history of us, yes.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things I like to say about the Fayette County Museum, and I'm sure there's a lot of museums through Ohio that say the same thing, but I'm saying it now, and the thing is, it's just a cool place to be. I've just lost all my thoughts.
Well, and I understand
That's a
where you're
cool
going
place
with
to be.
this, though.
Well, we're not about Ohio history and we're not about
Right.
U.S. history, although those things have affected the county in many ways that you can see by visiting the museum. But this is about the tenacity of the people who came here when it was swampy up in the northern part of the county, and when there were Indians running wild through the county. And these are people that came and stayed, and they found ways to survive and ways to grow and ways to make this a better county, a better city. And so
We are what we are. I am
Yes,
from
we
Fayette County. I was born here. We are what we are because of the people back in 1800, back in 1795, 1792. I don't know how early it was that the people came here, but I know it was long before 1803 when Ohio became a state, and long before 1810 when Fayette County became a county. But long before that, there were people here, and they were the ones that were dealing with the things like the swamp gas that made them sick, and learning from the Indians instead of fearing the Indians, and how to drain the swampy area to make Fayette County the farming area, agriculture. I mean, everything that we have today, we have because of those people that started it all.
that's exactly right. And so that's what this museum is about, those who have come before us and made it possible for us to be here today.
And isn't it cool to see the tools and the furniture and the cook stoves and all the stuff that they used?
Absolutely, because in this room, I could show you something that looks very rustic but it did its job. And in this room, I can show you something that you would think came out of a castle in England, because that's what was going on. Diverse personalities, diverse families, diverse backgrounds, all coming together, making this county what it is.
Thursday, November
It's a
8th.
good county.
Oh, yes, it is. And Thursday, November the 8th at St. Coleman's in their community room. You could be a part of the meeting and find out a little bit about Indian artifacts. That'll be really cool. Now, we've got that taken care of. Coming up in December, though.
He grins. You do not see it, but he grins because he knows.
I do. I know. It's one of my of all-time favorite. Yep.
No, it's my favorite.
Well, you can have it too, but I'm telling you what, I love the cookie sale.
Yeah, the cookie sale is December 1st. Doors open at 10 o'clock. We're open for business until 4, 10 to 4. The price is still the same. It's $6 a pound. So you come in and you get one of those styrofoam boxes like from a fast food place, and you get a glove to put on, and you go through and you pick and you choose what you want, and then you go have it weighed and you pay for it, and out the door you are. Now, a lot of people come and say on their way out, "Whew, well, now I've got all my baking done for the holidays. I can go home and relax," because they use us for their holiday baking.
I don't know how you do it. You have wonderful people that bake the cookies
have
for
the
you
best bakers
and,
in
and
the
donate them because $6 a pound, that doesn't even hardly cover baking material costs.
I know, but that's we have the best bakers in the county, and the thing is, we have the best buyers in the county. People line up. It has grown to a level where I'm just thrilled and overwhelmed. It is our only fundraiser all year long. This is the only time we try and raise money so that we can keep the museum going. And I'm overwhelmed at the generosity of the people in this county, not just to bake, but to come and buy and
One thing
stand in line.
One thing we do know in Fayette County, and it's good food.
Oh, yeah.
And how to eat. We'll stand in line. We'll stand in line for the cookies at the cookie sale because we know how good they are.
But you see, I have this added pleasure that nobody else gets. When everybody leaves and everything's cleaned up and put away, even 2 weeks later, the house still smells like a sugar fest.
The cookie smell hangs around.
It is everywhere. It is wonderful.
Not just cookies, though. Your holiday candies, too.
Oh,
your
yeah,
fudges, your
candy,
Buckeyes, things of that
all
nature.
it. You think of it, and it's there. We do not do cakes and pies, although we do have little tarts, but we don't do cakes and pies. It's all cookies and candy, and it's just marvelous. It's just a marvelous opportunity.
It is, not just for the museum to make some money to operate, but a nice opportunity for the people of Fayette County. Like Bev said, if you went and bought all the ingredients and went and tried to make cookies for your relatives, you're going to have way more money than $6 a pound. I do believe there are quite a few people that look at you after they go through the line and go, hey, I'm done.
They do. They come and they do, or they're doing their pre-holiday shopping. They're having friends or ladies in before the holiday itself. And so, I don't have time to bake cookies, or I don't want to make fudge. And so you come and you have this and you put it in your freezer. And when the ladies come or the out-of-town guests stop by, all you do is take it out of your fridge or your freezer and you're ready to go.
You know,
Again, the best bakers in the county bake for the museum.
Yes, they do. And, if I brought the grandkids, you'd have to weigh them before they went through line and then weigh them afterwards, because there'd be a pound or two of cookies that they have eaten on the way.
We rarely have that happen. We rarely have that happen where anybody goes through taking a cookie here and a chocolate something there. And no, people are very honest.
I'll bet you, though, on the way home, they're in that box.
I have no control once they leave the museum.
Okay, folks, now we've talked about the cookie sale. Now, here's something else that we want to talk about, that I want to talk about, is the fact that, yes, the museum is closed now for the season. However, if you want to take a tour, you have family coming in, you want to show them the history of Fayette County, or you yourself want to take a tour, all you have to do is call this simple number, and it is 740-335-2953. You give that number a call and say, I want to, now give them a few days notice. Yeah. But give that number a call and say, I want to come at 4 o'clock in the afternoon on this day, and can you do it? And I'll bet you somebody will call you back.
Absolutely. You are absolutely, I couldn't have said it better. Actually, I couldn't have. So Harry is absolutely right. If you find yourself overwhelmed with out-of-town company and you don't know what to do with them, again, give us some lead time, because we all have families also. Give us some lead time, and we will make sure that somebody calls you back, and that somebody will be the person who will be able to meet you at the museum and take you on a tour.
Now, one thing I've been asked, Harry, you say that a lot, but how much does that cost?
Nothing. It costs you nothing. We cherish the museum, and we want everybody else to have the same thrill of going through that as we do every time we go through it. And you would think we would be tired of it by now, but we're not. It's because there's always something different, and it depends on who you're taking through. You can take Harry through. Harry's interested in everything, so you got to know everything. But I could take somebody else through who doesn't know a lot, so I can pick and choose, and I can spend a little bit longer here and a little bit longer there, and I can skip that altogether because they wouldn't know who those people are because they're not from around here, and it's something that we offer our community, because our community supports what we do at the museum.
So there you go, folks. That number again is 740-335-2953. Give it a call. Say, I would like to come up on this date with my family. I'd like to be there at this time. And I'm telling you, it'll be an experience. And for all of you elementary teachers out there, your junior high teachers out there, even your high school teachers out there, if you're looking for something to take the kids on that can teach them a little bit about the history of this place right here, Fayette County, where they live, where they go to school, if you could want to do that, I'm sure that one of the docents would be happy to take a group of kids through.
We would take the children through, but also be aware we will go to the teacher's classroom. We have no problems. We have little suitcases we load up, and we just pull them behind us and go wherever we need to go. So we can come to you. We go to the nursing homes. We've done all kinds of things in all kinds of places. So just let us know. If you want to bring your kids, love to have them. If you'd like for us to come to you, we can do that too.
Lots of things going on. November the 8th at St. Coleman's Church in the community room is the meeting, and you can learn a little bit about some Indian artifacts at that. And December the 1st is the cookie sale at the museum. And look, it starts at 10 o'clock, but I'll bet you want to get in line at about 8. Just saying. Just saying.
Really.
If you get in line at 8, you can be, because I'm going to be there pretty early, and you want to be ahead of me. Okay, $6 a pound. I'm going to buy some cookies. I want to thank Bev for taking time out of her busy day to come visit with us on the program today. Bev, it's always a pleasure.
Thank you for having the museum on.